girls, welcome back to a new video. Today is a very exciting day. So I'm actually getting ready to head out. I'm like super cozy. I was trying to think back, like, did I already just wear this outfit in last week's video? I don't think so. I'm filming like a bunch of videos back to back because we are getting ready to head out on spring break. And so I've been cranking out a ton of content to get ahead for while we're on vacation. And I'm like, did I already wear this? My brain is kind of, everything is mushing together. But today is a very exciting day. I am dressed extra cozy. I've got a hair clip. I am hydrating really, really well because I am headed out to get a massage with my best girlfriend for her 40th birthday. And so her birthday is on Saturday. Today is Thursday when I'm filming this. This past weekend, we went out with a bunch of the girls and celebrated her. We did like an old-fashioned girls' night. We behaved as if we were 21 years old, and I paid for it for 2.5 days. I'm telling you, like, the lack of sleep alone, because we did all the things. We took the glutathione, we took the charcoal, we took the NAC, we did all of the things. It was more so the exhaustion, because another thing that happened is we lost an hour. We sprung forward, and our driver that we had for the night was like, girls, just a reminder that it's spring forward tonight. We were like, oh my gosh. It was like 1:30 in the morning when he told us that. So it was 2:30, and we were still making one more stop. And so by the time I got home, it was 3 in the morning. It was a whole thing. So I was exhausted for 2.5 days, because I can't tell you the last time I was up until 3 in the morning. Like, never. That never happens. And so the lack of sleep took me out for a day and a half. My brain was just like, I felt like the synapses were like, do. It's like extra slow motion. So today is definitely more my speed. We're going to get a massage, go out to lunch, maybe get some steps in. Then I have to come back and get a bunch of stuff done around the house. The sun is shining. As you can see, it's like really washing me out, but the sun is shining so bright today. As you just saw, there is frost on the ground. I think it's like 25 degrees, but at least it's sunny. I'm feeling the spring vibes. It's March 13th today. It is definitely feeling very spring. I think it's because we have sprung forward, so the time change alone. But every day after school, the kids have been playing outside, even if it's 45 degrees, upwards to like 65 the other day. And it's just such an exciting season. I think I've said this a few times, but March used to be my least favorite month of the year because I had all of these crazy expectations that it was going to be beautiful and sunny, and that's not the case. But now that we have spring break, and now that we have like a tradition around spring break with my family, with my parents, we're even doing spring break with my brother, my sister-in-law, and my niece this year for the first time, which is so exciting because they live in New York, so they don't live in Michigan, but we're all like meeting down in Florida where my parents are, which is like, we're so excited. So now that I have adjusted my expectations around March, it's actually one of my favorite months. And then in April, both of the kids have their birthdays and spring sports pickups. So I'm feeling the fresh energy, and I'm definitely feeling so much excitement. I've been doing tons and tons and tons of recipe testing. And so we have a whole bunch of beautiful spring recipes coming to Living Well on the 21st. Yes, which I think is the day after you're seeing this. It is. It is the day after you're seeing this. I just finished testing a ton of new spring recipes that are launching inside Living Well on March 21st. Spring spritzers, spring chia puddings, spring breakfasts. Girls, they are chef's kiss. So when I come back from spring break, I will film some of that for here, but it's just been like so crazy preparing that. When I was testing the recipes, it was like dark at night and not optimal lighting for filming. So it feels good. It definitely feels like we are moving into the season. The days are longer. There's more daylight. Of course, in the Midwest, there will be more snow, but that's okay. I feel ready for it. I'm excited to hang out with you girls today. I think we're also going to do a little bit of rebounding after the massage to just help push out that lymph fluid. We are that mom. We're hydrating. I'm about to take my supplements. We're gonna do that together. We're getting a massage. We're getting our steps in. We're going to do some rebounding. We've got a booked and busy day, and I'm excited to spend it with all of you. I'm just popping into the office because I'm going to publish today's YouTube video, which is a productive day in the life. So let me get that out. It is done. We are scheduled to go out So this would be last week's video when you're watching this. It's a productive day in the life. I'm sharing some workout tips and tricks, easy dinners, the lasagna soup from Living Well, which is chef's kiss. I'm also taking you girls on a fun field trip. I did a live Living Well event that one of my neighbors put on, and honestly, okay, sorry for the interruption, but the doorbell was like ringing like crazy, and I was like, what is happening? But it was a package that I had to sign for. But what I was saying is, so I took you girls on a little field trip for a Living Well live event that one of my neighbors threw, because she is somebody who's been dealing with some thyroid complications for 20 years, and she's on the max dose medication. She showed me her labs. They are still in the red, like not in a good spot. And she's like, Jessica, how is this possible? How is my dose of medication so high and yet I feel like garbage? And so that was kind of the beginning of the conversation. And then she started telling her friends, like, oh, I'm working with my neighbor. She's amazing. They started following me on Instagram. And it kind of started that way. And then a lot of my friends in the neighborhood and friends that I have in general, I work with them one-on-one. Obviously, some of my closest friends, like, we just text all day about health and wellness stuff. So that kind of started it. But I took you girls on like a little field trip, and I made Sleepy Girl spritzer. So if you haven't seen last week's video, I will have that linked for you in the description box down below. But it was a really fun video. I also shared a lot with you about rebounding, which we are going to be doing some rebounding a little bit later when I get back from the massage, just because I want to get everything out of my body after massage. It's a really beautiful time to hydrate, number one, to hydrate and flush out all of those toxins from your body. And in addition to that, doing a little bit of rebounding or even intense walking or jump roping, all of that really helps pump the lymphatic system, because the lymphatic system does not have a pump. It relies on us and hydration and breathing and movement to help eliminate and reduce the toxic load inside the lymphatic system. So in last week's video, I also shared my rebounding routine, which we will do a little bit more of today, because it's a That Mom healthy day in the life. But I do need to take my mid-morning supplements, because we're gonna go get our massage and then we're gonna go out to eat after and have some lunch. But I do wanna get in these supplements before I hit the road. I had my lemon ginger tonic. I'm on my protein coffee. I'm probably going to bring a clean Simple Eats protein with me to go in the car. So that will have colostrum, milk, peanut butter, and a scoop of clean Simple Eats. So between the two of those, my coffee and the clean Simple Eats with the colostrum and the peanut butter and the raw milk, I'm easily going to be at like 65 grams of protein, which is not surprising. So that will sustain me till we go to lunch after our massages. But I do want to take 2 of the berberine breakthrough. I've been sharing so much about berberine over the last couple of videos. You all are very familiar with Biooptimizers. We know my love for this company, and of course it all started with the magnesium breakthrough, which even if I don't talk about it, you all know. I take it in the morning with my vitamin D. I take it at 2:45. I take 1 right before the kids get off the bus and 2 before bed. 4 of them every day, and I have done that for 3 years. Never miss a day, honestly. But you all know my love for this brand, and it is so important when we're picking supplements that we are conscious consumers. But as women, and as women who are focused on our hormone health, managing our blood sugar with things like protein alongside or before your coffee, so therefore your caffeine doesn't spike your blood sugar levels, getting in protein with your breakfast. So I'm making the protein shake to take with me. That accumulation is going to give me a really beautiful stabilized blood sugar level. However, I don't know what I'm going to be ordering at lunch. And as somebody who wants to ensure my blood sugar is stable throughout the day, not on a roller coaster, I use really strategic supplementation. Therefore, I'm like stacking the deck in my favor. And so I am going to be taking 2 of my berberine breakthrough. It's incredible for energy. It's amazing for your metabolic health, because we are using berberine to stabilize those blood sugar levels. So taking 2 of the berberine breakthrough to help with that insulin response is really important. So I'm taking it before a meal. You can take it after, but my recommendation is to do it before a meal, especially if you're unsure if there's going to be carbohydrates. We're celebrating my best friend's 40th birthday, right? So am I going to be enjoying the carbs at lunch? Probably. Am I going to have a glass of champagne or white wine at lunch? No one knows. We will see with time, but being strategic with my supplementation ahead of time is always the smartest decision that you can make. It's always the right decision. And I want you to know that not all berberine and supplements in general are created equal. The beautiful thing about biooptimizers is that we know they are using the best of the best when it comes to ingredients. You can rest assured that you're getting the active constituents of the supplements that you're taking, and that there are zero fillers and gums and artificial ingredients in their supplements. So for me, berberine is amazing for energy production. It's incredible for our metabolic health. And of course, it helps to regulate those blood sugar levels, which we know that when your insulin goes up and down all day, it is extremely hard for us to release weight. Hence why berberine has definitely become popular with the rise of GLP-1s, because berberine does help you become more insulin sensitive. But in addition to that, that insulin up and down all day is really hard on our metabolic health. It's also really hard on our brain because insulin spikes and then it lowers, it spikes and then it lowers. Of course, it's hard on us from an energy perspective because it takes so much energy to go up and down. But also berberine is anti-inflammatory. So all of these beautiful anti-inflammatory properties are amazing for things like cognition and for brain health and just for overall mood stability because of the anti-inflammatory properties. So if you are interested in trying the berberine breakthrough, I'll have my link for you in the description box down below. Okay, girls, I am home and so uber relaxed right now. And I am just quickly I'm quickly washing up some strawberries to put together after school snack. I'm also washing up some peppers because we're gonna keep it simple tonight and do taco night. So I'm washing up some jalapenos, not only for tacos, but also for a spritzer. And then I have been absolutely loving okra water. So we are going to wash this up as well and put it into a big glass pitcher, slice it and put it into a big glass pitcher. And then here in a couple hours and definitely by tomorrow, the water congeals. It congeals together, and kind of like how chia pudding congeals, the okra water does the same thing. This one has fur on it. That's unacceptable at Whole Foods. But it congeals and it's incredible for your digestive system. It's amazing for your skin, your hair, your nails. So we're also going to be making up some okra water. It should be ready by tonight. If not, I can kind of put some B-roll over and show you girls what it looks like tomorrow. But I just mix the okra water at the bottom of a spritzer. So that's my hope, is that if I can hurry up and wash this up, the okra water spritzer will be ready for dinner. girls, we have our glass pitcher. I'm not going to be using all the okra. I still have some left over there, as you can see. I'm going to let that fully dry and then freeze that in a stasher bag because we only are home when I'm filming this, I think for like 5 more days. We're not home for that much longer. We're headed out of town on vacation. So I won't be able to drink, you know, more than 1 pitcher of this. I probably could actually drink 1.5 of these in the next 5 days, but I'm going to save some for when we get back. So all you do to make the okra water is you want to be sure that you open the actual okra pods. So I just kind of slice them like this. You don't drink the okra, like you strain it through. But as you could see, as I'm like slicing this apart, you can see that slimy, that's probably not the right word to describe it, but you can see the slimy goodness. Saying slimy and goodness together back to back is silly, but I just did it. But you can see that, that's what we want. We want it to go in our pretty girl water. So on a That Mom Wellness Healthy Mom day in the life, we do things that nourish our body from the inside out, a little self-care, the nutrition, all of the things, it's all encompassing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and toss this into the pitcher. Then we'll add in some water. I'll pop it in the fridge. And then here, hopefully in the next hour or two, I'm gonna get the ground beef started for our taco night. We're gonna just do super simple, easy taco night because I've been gone all day. So keep it easy on myself. But this way, those ones look dingy, so I'm gonna cut that off. But this way, hopefully, our okra water will be ready for the base of the spritzer. So while the beef was cooking, I just did a little quick rebounding to finish off all of our lymphatic drainage for the day. And now our okra water is definitely getting slimy, so it's the perfect time to make our spritzer. I'm going to be doing 1 ounce of fresh squeezed grapefruit juice, our beautiful okra water. As you can see, look how slimy that is, but that's what we want. That's the exact texture that we're going for. We'll add in some ice and then some sparkling water. Okay, girls, I realized the battery in my other camera. I have 2 cameras, like one when you're down at like this angle and then one when you're up high. I realized I was recording and the battery was dead. But what we did on the other camera when the battery was dead is we prepped the protein coffee because that's a must. Whether it's a That Mom healthy day in the life or any day in the life, we always prep the protein coffee. So if you're new here, that includes 2 scoops of gelatin, which gives us 20 grams of protein, 1 scoop of collagen, which gives us another 10 grams of protein. And then I do like a 1/4 scoop of the bone broth protein powder because I don't love the taste, a little bit of Celtic salt and a little bit of cinnamon. And I just put all of that into this mug. I know what you're thinking. It's not a complete protein, and you would be correct because you girls are wise and you girls know so much, but you would be correct. That is true. It is not a complete protein. But tomorrow when I wake up, I add like a quart, not even, like I add like 2 to 3 tablespoons of whole milk, or you can do raw milk, and we whisk that together. And then that gives us that missing amino acid, tryptophan, which does indeed make it a complete protein. So I've just prepped the protein coffee for tomorrow. That way we are ready to go. I have the water already prepped and the coffee already prepped over here. So in the morning I wake up, I turn it on, boom, we're ready, we're out the door. So this is very important to me to prep this ahead of time. And I just want to remind you girls that if you find, another thing I should say, I also always prep the water in the tea kettle the night before for the lemon ginger tonic, so that when I come in here in the morning, I quickly plug in the kettle, then pour it into my mug. I drink down the lemon ginger tonic while the coffee is being made, and it's literally perfect timing. So this is your reminder to prep things the night before. Therefore, there's zero resistance in the morning, and you can just go on with your day and feel amazing. Also, I have to say, I'm loving this Okra spritzer. I would grab it for you right now, but the kids are playing a card game and they're literally fighting right behind me. And so I would open the door and grab the spritzer. It's like 3/4 of the way gone, but I think they're hungry. They're getting antsy and they're playing a card game and it's highly competitive. But I'm loving, it just makes you feel so good because of that gelatinous material. It really soothes the esophagus. It soothes your digestive system. It is honestly just such a beautiful way to get in your calcium, your vitamin K, your vitamin A. There are so many nutrients in okra, and it's such a beautiful and fun way to get it in, of course, as always, with a spritzer. I am just taking off my jewelry and getting ready to hop into the shower. What an amazing day. Also, I was just like touching my skin, and it is so soft from the massage I had because they did like a whipped body butter and essential oils. I'm kind of like, do I really want to wash it off? But I have to shower before bed. It's an absolute must for me. But today has just been such a beautiful and enjoyable day. The weather was so much nicer than I had anticipated. It was incredible celebrating and spending time with my best girlfriend, hanging out with you girls, getting in all of like our wellness girl stuff felt amazing, and preparing a beautiful nutrient dense dinner for my family. That spritzer, OMG, you girls have to give that a try. I need to drink this up in the next 4 days. Yes, I have 4 more days of being home. I need to drink the rest of that okra water in the next 4 days, which I definitely think I can do because it's amazing for our skin, our digestion. It's full of vitamins and minerals, and it was such a lovely touch to the spritzer. But I want to thank you girls so much for hanging out with me today. And I also want to say thank you so much for your positivity in the comment section the last like 2 videos. Things got a little bit sticky there in the comment section for a little bit. And I want you to know that I see you and I appreciate you and I value our relationship so much. And the fact that you spend your most important commodity with me, your time, on a weekly basis truly means more to me than I think I could ever verbalize. Like it, honestly, when I see you watching and I see you commenting and engaging, it means the world to me, and I appreciate that you would choose to spend your time here with me. And I always hope to inspire you, and I always hope to motivate you and just make you feel like this is a safe space. And for a second there was like 2 videos back to back where the comment section didn't feel like a safe space, but we're back, and that happens, right? Like on the internet. But for all of you who show up and you show up with kindness and you recognize that mental health is physical health, and being kind to other people, even if they post themselves on the internet, being kind to them and respecting everybody's mental health means so much, not only to me, but to everybody else in this community. And so I just want to emphasize how grateful I am for you, because I didn't address it in the last couple of videos, but I do see it, and I see you, and I see your positivity, and every week I'm grateful for you being here, and I hope that you got value from today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me today, because I know I loved hanging out with each and every one of you. And if you liked today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up, and now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.